The moment Kang Min's eyes locked on the black waitress balancing trays in his private room, his heart, which hadn't beaten for anyone in 10 years, betrayed him. And for the first time in his ruthless life, the most powerful man in Seoul realized he'd just met the only woman he couldn't have. Mia's alarm screamed at 4:47 a.m. in her cramped Seoul studio. She silenced it with calloused fingers, her body aching from yesterday's double shift. The mirror reflected exhaustion, dark circles under brown eyes, natural hair pulled into a simple bun, uniform already laid out. No time for dreams, just survival. "Another day," she whispered, splashing cold water on her face. By 6 p.m., she was at Azure Moon, Seoul's most exclusive restaurant where Korea's elite dined behind velvet curtains. She'd worked there 6 months, invisible to the wealthy patrons who never met her eyes. That's how she preferred it. Invisible meant safe. What would you do if you had to work 3 jobs just to survive in a foreign country? Drop a comment below. Across the city, Kang Min sat in his penthouse office, jade eyes cold as he reviewed reports. At 32, he controlled half of Seoul's underground empire. Women threw themselves at him, heiresses, models, actresses. He'd never felt anything. Not since the accident that killed his mother and taught him emotions were weaknesses. "Boss, the meeting at Azure Moon is ready," his Lieutenant Jung Ho announced. Kang Min adjusted his black suit, checking his reflection. Perfect, untouchable. Exactly as it should be. An hour later, Mia pushed open the door to VIP Room 7, balancing a tray of premium soju. 6 men in expensive suits filled the space, but her eyes found him instantly. The one in the center, devastatingly handsome with an aura that made the air heavy. Kang Min glanced up. Time stopped. Her skin glowed like warm mahogany under soft lighting. Those eyes, defiant, tired, beautiful, met his without fear. His chest tightened, his breath caught. No. But his heart had already decided. "Good evening, gentlemen," Mia said, her voice steady despite the strange intensity in the boss's stare. "Your drinks." She had no idea she'd just ruined him. Mia set down each glass with practiced precision, acutely aware of the boss's unwavering gaze. Her hands didn't shake. She'd trained herself long ago not to show weakness, but something about his stare felt different. Hungry, not lustful, searching. "Will there be anything else?" she asked, directing the question to the group, not him. "No, one man began. "Yes?" Kang Min's voice cut through like silk over steel. "What's your name?" The room fell silent. His men exchanged shocked glances. Kang Min never engaged with staff. Mia's jaw tightened. She'd dealt with entitled men before. "Mia, sir, is there a problem with the service?" "No problem." His eyes traced her face like he was memorizing it. "You're American?" "I'm working, sir. If you need something?" "Sit." It wasn't a request. Fire flashed in Mia's eyes. "Excuse me?" The tension in the room became suffocating. No one spoke to Kang Min that way. Jung Ho half rose from his seat, but Kang Min raised a hand, stopping him. Something flickered in Kang Min's expression. Surprise? Respect? "I apologize. That was inappropriate." The words felt foreign in his mouth. "I meant, would you recommend the chef's special?" Mia studied him, suspicious. "The galbi is excellent. So is the hemmelpagen." "Then bring both. For everyone." He couldn't look away from her. "And thank you, Mia." The way he said her name, careful, almost reverent, sent an unwanted shiver down her spine. She nodded curtly and left. The door closed. Kang Min sat motionless, his world tilted off its axis. "Boss?" Jung Ho ventured carefully. "Are you... find out everything about her?" Kang Min's voice was quiet, absolute. "Everything. If a powerful stranger suddenly showed interest in you, would you be flattered or frightened? Comment your thoughts and subscribe for what happens next." Mia rushed to the kitchen, her heart hammering. What was that? She'd felt it. That moment when his eyes locked on hers and something shifted in the air between them. Dangerous, unwanted. You okay? Her coworker Soo Jin asked. You look shaken. I'm fine. Mia grabbed the orders, forcing her hands steady. She'd come to Seoul to escape poverty, to build something, not to get tangled up with some rich businessman who looked at her like she was precious. She'd seen that look before. Men who thought exotic meant available. She was neither. Meanwhile, in VIP room 7, Young-ho was incredulous. Boss, you've never asked about a woman before. Not once in the 10 years I've served you. Kangmin's jaw clenched. I know. Then why? I don't know. The admission cracked something in him. Kangmin never lost control, never felt anything he didn't choose. But the moment Mia walked in, wearing that simple uniform with her head held high despite obvious exhaustion, something in him recognized something in her, like calling to like. Two people pretending to be strong. She's different, Kangmin said quietly. She's a waitress boss, foreign. She has nothing. Exactly. Kangmin's eyes darkened. She has nothing, which means she wants nothing from me. Do you understand how rare that is? Young-ho fell silent. When Mia returned with their food, she avoided Kangmin's gaze entirely, setting plates down with efficient coldness. Professional, distant. It only made him want her more. As she turned to leave, Kangmin spoke. Mia? She paused, didn't turn around. Yes, sir? You have beautiful eyes. Her shoulders stiffened. That's inappropriate, sir. I know. His voice held something like pain. I apologize. She left without responding. Kangmin watched the door long after she disappeared. He was already lost. 3 days later, Mia's manager, Mr. Choi, called her into his office, looking uncomfortable. Mia, we have an unusual request. He wouldn't meet her eyes. A VIP client has asked specifically for you to serve his private events, exclusively. Mia's stomach dropped. Who? I can't disclose that, but the compensation is substantial. Triple your current rate. I'm not interested. Mr. Choi's expression hardened. Mia, this client is very important. Refusing could affect your position here. Rage flooded through her. Is that a threat? It's reality, I'm sorry. That evening, Mia arrived at the private dining room, fury simmering beneath her professional mask. The door opened. Kangmin sat alone at a table set for two. You. Venom dripped from the word. Sit, please. His voice was gentler than she expected. You threatened my job to force me here? Mia's hands balled into fists. What kind of man? The kind who doesn't know how else to see you again. Kangmin stood and she saw something vulnerable flash across his face. I handled this wrong. I handle everything wrong when it comes to you. You don't even know me. Then let me. He pulled out a chair. One dinner, no obligations, no expectations, just conversation. If you want to leave after, I'll never bother you again. You have my word. Mia wanted to storm out. Should have. But something in his voice, a loneliness that mirrored her own, made her hesitate. Why me? She asked quietly. You could have anyone. Because everyone else wants Kangmin, the name, the power, the money. His eyes held hers. You looked at me and saw just a man. A rude one, apparently, but just a man. Against every instinct, Mia sat down. One dinner, she said firmly. Then you leave me alone. One dinner, he agreed, hope flickering in his chest. The first 20 minutes were tense silence. Mia picked at her food while Kangmin watched her, seeming content just to be near her. This is weird, Mia finally said. You're just staring. I'm trying to figure you out. He sipped his wine. You're different from anyone I've met. Because I'm black? Foreign? Her tone was challenging. Because you're not afraid of me. Should I be? Kang Min's expression darkened. Most people are. I've survived worse than powerful men with too much money. Mia's voice carried old wounds. I grew up in Atlanta's roughest neighborhood. My father was killed when I was 12. My mother worked 3 jobs and still couldn't keep the lights on. I put myself through community college, saved for 5 years to afford this study abroad program. Her eyes blazed. So no, some rich businessman doesn't scare me. I've fought harder battles than dealing with unwanted attention. Kang Min was quiet for a long moment. Then, my mother was killed when I was 15. Car accident? My father blamed me. Said if I'd been a better son, more obedient, she wouldn't have been driving that night to pick me up from a friend's house. Mia's anger softened. That's not... I know. Logically, I know. His jaw clenched. But I stopped feeling after that. Buried everything. Built walls so high that nothing could hurt me again. For 17 years, I've felt nothing. He looked at her, and Mia saw genuine fear in his eyes. Until you walked into that room 3 days ago, and suddenly I couldn't breathe. The confession hung between them, raw and terrifying. Mia's hand trembled as she reached for her water. That's not love. That's obsession. Maybe, Kang Min whispered. Or maybe it's the first real thing I've felt in 17 years and I don't know how to handle it. Something shifted after that. Mia didn't leave. They talked. Really talked. For 3 hours. So you're telling me, Mia said, actually smiling now, that you, a grown man, can't cook rice? Kang Min's lips curved slightly. I have people for that. That's sad. She laughed, and the sound made his chest ache. Rice is basic survival. Teach me. The word surprised even him. What? Teach me something normal, something real. His eyes were earnest. I've spent my whole life in this world of power and control. I don't know what normal feels like. Mia studied him, seeing past the expensive suit to the lonely man underneath. You're serious? Completely. Against her better judgment, something soft bloomed in her chest. One cooking lesson. That's it. That's everything. 2 days later, in Kang Min's massive penthouse kitchen, Mia tried not to laugh as he fumbled with measuring cups. No, the water ratio is 2-to-1. Kang Min, that's way too much. I'm following your instructions. You're following them wrong. She grabbed his hands to guide him, and electricity sparked where their skin touched. They both froze. Mia, he breathed, don't. But she didn't pull away. I know this is fast. I know it doesn't make sense. His thumb traced her knuckles. But I've never felt safe with anyone. Not since my mother died. And somehow with you I do. Tears pricked her eyes. I'm scared. Me too. You're from a different world. I don't care about worlds. I care about you. When he kissed her, soft and questioning, Mia kissed him back. For the first time in years, she let herself hope. Maybe, just maybe, she deserved this. Have you ever felt an instant connection with someone unexpected? Drop your story below and subscribe to see if their love survives. 4 weeks of secret meetings, stolen kisses in empty restaurants, late-night phone calls. Mia felt herself falling, and it terrified her. Then everything shattered. She was leaving Kang Min's penthouse when she overheard Young Ho in the hallway, talking on his phone. Yes, boss has been distracted lately. Some foreign girl... no, nothing serious. You know how he is. Probably just bored. Gives it 2 more weeks before he moves on. Mia's blood turned to ice. When Young Ho saw her, his face paled. Mia, wait! She ran. Kang Min found her in the lobby. Mia, what happened? Is that what this is? Tears streamed down her face. You're just bored? Playing with the poor black girl for entertainment? What? No. Your man said you'd be done with me in 2 weeks. Kang Min's face darkened. Young Ho said what? Don't. She shoved his chest. Don't act surprised. I knew this was too good to be true. Men like you don't fall for women like me. We're just exotic diversions. That's not Mia. Listen to me. I'm done listening. Her voice broke. I knew better. I knew better than to trust this, to trust you. My mother warned me, powerful men only want one thing, and it's not love. I love you. The words exploded from him. I love you, Mia. I don't know how else to say it. Love? She laughed bitterly. You don't even know what that means. You've never had to fight for anything. Everything's been handed to you. That's not fair. Nothing about this is fair. She was sobbing now. I can't do this. I can't be your experiment in feeling again. I deserve more than that. You deserve everything, Kang Min whispered, reaching for her. Mia stepped back. Don't contact me again. She walked away and he let her go. Both of them shattered. 5 days of silence. 5 days of hell. Mia threw herself into work, trying to forget. But every song on the radio, every couple she served, every quiet moment reminded her of him. Of the way he looked at her like she was his whole world. Of how for the first time she'd felt truly seen. What if I was wrong? Meanwhile, Kang Min sat in his office, staring at his phone. Young Ho knelt before him, terrified. I never said boss would tire of her. I was talking about a business deal they misunderstood. Get out. Kang Min's voice was hollow. Alone, he pulled out a small velvet box he'd been carrying for a week. Inside, a simple gold ring. Nothing ostentatious, just real. He'd planned to tell her everything. That he was reorganizing his businesses, going legitimate. That he wanted a real life with her. That she'd changed. Everything. Now she thought he was playing games. His phone buzzed. A message from his father. Heard you've been distracted. This ends now. Focus on business, or I'll handle it. Kang Min stared at the threat. His father had destroyed everyone who made him weak before. He had a choice. Protect Mia by letting her go, or fight for her and risk his father's wrath. For 17 years, he'd chosen safety. Not anymore. He grabbed his jacket and ran. Across town, Mia's phone rang. Unknown number. Mia, it's Young Ho. Please don't hang up. Boss is on his way to you. He's going to do something stupid and dangerous, and he doesn't care because he loves you. I've never seen him like this. Never. Whatever I said, whatever you think, he's real. This is real. Please give him one chance to explain. Mia's hand shook. Where is he? Probably at your apartment by now. She ran. Mia burst through her apartment building's entrance. Kang Min stood in the rain, drenched, holding flowers that were falling apart in the downpour. You're going to catch pneumonia, she said, voice breaking. I don't care. He looked wrecked, beautiful. Mia, I need to say this. Young Ho wasn't talking about you. He was discussing a business merger. But even if he was, even if the whole world thinks this is temporary, I know it's not. He dropped the ruined flowers, stepping closer. I'm 32 years old. I've had everything money can buy and felt nothing. Then you walked into my life with your strength and fire and refused to be impressed by anything except honesty. His voice cracked. You made me want to be better, to feel again, to live instead of just exist. Tears streamed down Mia's face. I'm scared. So am I, terrified. He pulled out the ring box with shaking hands. But I'd rather be terrified with you than safe and empty without you. Kang Min, I'm leaving the family business, going legitimate. It'll be messy and dangerous, but I'm doing it anyway because I want to be a man you can be proud of. He opened the box. Marry me. Not because I'm rich or powerful. Marry me because when I'm with you, I'm just a man who loves a woman so much it hurts. Mia stared at the simple ring, at his desperate eyes, at this powerful man kneeling in the rain for her. Yes, she whispered. Yes. When they kissed, the world fell away. Two broken people choosing to be whole together. 6 months later, Mia stood in a simple white dress, Kang Min in a black suit, surrounded by both their families. You may kiss your bride. He did, and it felt like coming home. True love transcends all barriers. Have you ever taken a leap of faith for love? Share your story and subscribe for more incredible love stories that prove anything is possible.